In 2025, a surprising twist in global alliances emerges as India and the United States, long considered strategic partners, suddenly find themselves in diplomatic crosshairs. Tensions rise, with Donald Trump at the center of the storm, pulling at the threads of friendship with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Why is this happening? What went wrong? And how did a short India-Pakistan war stir up a tempest between these allies? In April, a militant attack in Kashmir killed dozens, sparking outrage across India, which quickly blamed groups allegedly backed by Pakistan. Skirmishes rapidly escalated, involving missile strikes, shelling, and drone activity, causing alarm bells to ring globally. The risk of an all-out war, or even nuclear escalation, became a real and terrifying possibility. A ceasefire was eventually reached in May, with Trump claiming the US intervened and helped broker peace. India, however, flatly rejected that narrative, stating no US mediation or pressure was accepted. Trump repeatedly insisted he stopped the war, or helped halt the war, between India and Pakistan. Modi and the Indian government maintained a respectful but firm posture, rejecting third-party mediation in conflicts with Pakistan. Modi emphasized that terrorism is an act of war, leaving no room for external brokers. Internal clarifications from India's External Affairs Minister confirmed no call took place between Modi and Trump during key periods when Trump claimed influence. Despite the jabs, Modi's public statements tried to downplay the friction, asserting that U.S. India ties remained very positive and forward-looking. Trump's tariff policy involved imposing steep, reciprocal tariffs on Indian imports, initially 25%. An extra penalty was then tied to India's continuing purchase of Russian oil and energy, bringing the total up to approximately 50% in some cases. India reacted strongly, calling these measures unfair, with concerns that they would hurt Indian exporters. The economic fallout extended beyond numbers. It became a matter of respect, diplomacy, and national face. For Modi, strategic autonomy is central, as India seeks to chart its own course, not to be seen as following US dictates. Trump's ego and image-making drove his desire for credit, wanting to be seen as the peacemaker and broker of the ceasefire. India's reluctance to give him that credit reportedly frustrated him, making it not just about policy, but also symbolic. India is balancing its strategic interests, engaging with Russia and China through forums like the SCO Summit and BRICS. At the same time, India seeks deeper engagements with the US, but not at the cost of its independence. Modi has made it clear that India will not accept third-party mediation in its disputes with Pakistan. In the US, strong support exists for being tough on foreign nations that appear to side with adversaries like Russia or China. For India, there is strong political demand to uphold national sovereignty and not be seen as bowing to external pressure. There are recent indications that some US tariffs might be eased, with India pushing for reciprocal tariff reductions. However, continued US criticism, trade pressure, or more mediation narratives could lead India to take a harder line. This could mean pushing farther into alliances with Russia and China, or strengthening other economic partners. Pushing India away could undermine Washington's plans in Asia, such as counterbalancing China and solidifying alliances. For India, risks include economic damage if trade friction escalates, reputational risk if seen as isolated, and security risks if trust with the US is weakened. The relationship between Modi and Trump is no longer just about shared slogans or strategic overlap. It's about who controls the narrative, who gets credit for peace, who sets the rules, and who defines partnership. When one side claims mediation, imposes tariffs, and threatens with penalties, and the other side refuses to be pushed, that's not just diplomacy, that's drama. Can two strong personalities, two democracies with diverging agendas, find a way back to mutual trust, or will the tension sharpen, splitting paths that had once seemed intertwined?